All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world, wherever you are joining us from today. Yes, my brothers and my sisters, great lovers of freedom. This is Exposed News TV. Yes, as we they carry all the matter, they come, all the issues trending and happening in Biafran territory. I am happy, to give you these updates that are happening in Biafran land. I dropped this video on the other channel, and it is still painful to me that Biafrans are not reposting it the way they ought to repost it. This is about our people. This is what the Nigerian Janjaweed army are doing to our people presently, and we are here to always give out this information. We are here to always expose this information. Let me tell you, there is no Nigerian media that will bring up all these informations, all these videos. No Nigerian media that will bring up all these videos, because what the kind of what they are trying to present to the world is the fact that when in Biafran land, they want to let people feel that when in Biafran land, but the reality is that in this Biafra land, we are talking about the Nigerian army. There is a WAR ongoing currently, and this is an evidence of that. There are so many evidences. That is why the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who is still under detention, will continue to call them out, bring up all these evidences. This is another footage, showing that there is a WAR happening in Biafra land. And this WAR, is, well, for now, it is going in favor of, the Biafran forces, because they continue to, buy and continue to destroy this Janjaweed terrorist army. But our people are also being pied by this Janjaweed army. They are not even going for the Biafran Defense Forces. They are going for the gullible masses. They are going for the defenseless masses, who are defenseless. And this video has proven that all over again. The video of the missile that was dropped by this Janjaweed army that caused a lot of destruction. It destroyed people's properties. Luckily in Osumogo, nobody was spied in that particular attack. Nobody was spied in that attack, and that is one good thing that we are happy about. But the reality is that these people are using sophisticated weapons, missiles and all that. Remember the one that happened at our mama, where somebody's whole building was totally razed, by this by the kind of weapons they were using to attack, the defenseless people. We'll continue to see this over and over again. And we'll continue to beg our people to try as much as possible to share this type of videos. Share this type of videos so that the world will continue to know the reason why the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is fighting these people. They need to know. They need to know the reality. They need to know what the fight is all about. Please, let this video go viral. Cut out this part and share it, continue to share it, because it is happening. WAR is happening in Biafran land, and then Biafrans will continue to defend themselves. It's as simple as that. So let us watch the video before we go into the concluding part of the issue we've been handling for since morning.
Yeah, Nigeria, like the zoo government, terrorist country. got one of the missiles has ended from Mbos Junction. Babatia the members. Now one of the missiles, the first one. Yeah, Guru Nuko Lilia. This war. Obadiria. The only Guru ever. Anyway, the second one, Obo Nairu Eba, he got for Belebe Burun. This compound now. All only be around here, their glasses and the wall that was there, the zoo government. The only thing Hamota and no twist here made here. I'm sure Hamota. And this compound, now here compound they about 10 feet away from the the glasses, the vibration. Or yeah, damage the glasses. Hola. Let these glasses now you got for all the damage now I need the glasses. You have the vibration of the mixer. Managamaga can go niru na kifu the store and we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shop in the mother. The second one landed in here. I will take you there. Yes, here are the roadside. Here are Bukurota. Here are Mbos de here. Here are Krota, Siri Osumo Gaba Hiala. Local government there. This building here, they along the road. Obuni line and the zinc. You got for the effect of the bomb blast. Here we have the roof. They just about 3 feet away from the bomb Buddha. And the yes, Obuni le pa kita. Here about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops and the rooms. Even the Madunera, and the Madnosheba. Maneba got the second missile either. The fire got it on. In a where or destroy the whole in total. Mana, we thank God Almighty, no single life was lost here. Our target in vain. Just this shop got damage, you can see. Me, I want them. That about 2nd of December 2024. Yeah, how many you got from Oko? Just the second missile. That's what I see where the amateur zoo terrorist country. When you have me, Batawu, Agawozo. Like it, ne Machida in a Fueba, Machida no name shop. Very far away, and the shop about it. Mana, the missile buru the machine, Butieba. Very heavy. Amazimo, Nigerian Biafra work, Akabidoziri. Kende Hana Alonka. All the people.
Go to Cambridge, come back. Go to Oxford, come back. You can't stand me. I will use this, my Igbotic English, to defeat you on any stage, anytime, any day. I swear with my life, because you can't stand it. You can't debate. Your brain is too soft, like that of Nkokoko. Your brain is too soft, like the brain of a chicken. Purported declaration. Let us hear her.
The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has dissociated itself from a purported declaration of the Biafra Republic by a Finland-based group.
Who is this group that based in Finland fighting for Biafra? As much as I know, the Biafran people who gathered in Finland today to declare Biafra is, or should I say, are all Biafrans from all across the globe, including those from the United States of America, those from Africa that have the proper documents to travel to Finland, those from Europe, those from Asia, those from Australia, they all gathered today in Finland since 29th of the month of November till today, 2nd of December. Many of them are still there, and they're going to be there till tomorrow. And they all gathered together to declare the restoration of the 40 United States of Biafra. And somebody who claimed to go to school or suit will face a camera and told us the purported declaration of Biafra by the Finland-based group. I don't know. If Zoom my people.
In a statement issued by IPOB's spokesman, Ima Powerful, the group described the declaration as a scam. According to Powerful, the individuals involved in the declaration in Finland are among the sponsors of insecurity in Nigeria's southeast region.
Did you see how they tag it? They called it a scam. They called it a scam. Now, I wonder how the other people who have fought for their independence and, of course, declared their freedom in the past, I wonder how they felt, or how they did, or what they did when their own people who come from their own land, speak the same language with them and share common interests with them, call what they are doing a scam. I wonder how they did or manage it, because you cannot tell me that this one started with Biafran people. In as much as I know, there were people even there in South Africa. There were people who never supported the fight of Nelson Mandela to liberate South Africa, even though it is among what I called the shambolic liberation that we have all over Africa today, not only there, including here in the zoo. So, even there in Finland, they declared their own freedom. All nations, I said all nations, including the United States of America. In fact, I don't want to analyze it now. Let us continue going. And I don't want to go far. Maybe this video will make me have this broadcast twice. And I will start digging deep. Start bringing the declarations of other, countries in order to educate. These people are so dumb.
Their agenda, he said, is to destabilize the Southeast, divide the people, cause panic, and divert the attention of Biafrans and those sympathetic to the Biafran struggle. Now, this comes as the supporters of the Finland-based self-acclaimed Biafran Prime Minister Simon Kpai converged in Finland last Friday to declare the United States of Biafra.
Now, why are they still afraid of Simon Kpai, who is currently being held by Finnish authorities? Now you're beginning to come to terms with the title of this very live broadcast, right? You are now beginning to come to terms, isn't it? The title said Nigeria in total collapse. They never knew our PM Mazi Simon Kpai was this powerful. They never knew PM Simon Kpai was this powerful. I thought Mazi Simon Kpai is in custody. Why are you people still having goosebumps about him? Why? They never knew that the PM was this powerful. Remember that word. I want you to remember that word. They never knew that the PM, Simon Kpai, was this powerful. Till now. They are just realizing. And it was very late for them. Hey, so sorry.
Of the Finland-based self-acclaimed Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa converged in Finland last Friday to declare the United States of Biafra.
Now, here in Nigeria, the IPOB emphasized that there is no room for another Biafran declaration besides the one that its leader, the late Dimegwu Ojukwu, declared in 1967.
Where do you go? Now, Africa no nsogbu. Hi. Do you know how many times nations of this world you see today, do you know how many times they have declared independence? Do you know how many times? And some of these idiots who are writing in the name of IPOB, DOS West African, DOS West Africa, Nigeria West African Limited, DOS West African Nigeria Limited. Yes. Do you know how many times nations of the world declared their own independence? Do you know how many times? Many times. You claim to be Israelite, right? You claim to be an Israelite. You claim to have come to Jewish tribe. You claim to be a children of God. You claim to be children of Eli. Yet, those that you claim to have their identity or their DNA, you don't know. You don't even know how many times they have declared sovereignty or independence within, or should I say, wherever they were all over the world. Do you know how many times they have converged and declared independence, and you claim to be a Jew? Yet you don't know this. You want me now to start educating you, right? Our people are already aware. Our people are already aware. Those whose eyes are open are already aware that nations, many nations, have declared independence multiple times. It depends on how long it took them to actualize it. Many nations, not only Israel, many mad people who were that are full everywhere. Mad people everywhere. And on top of that, what we did was not actually declaration of Biafra. What we did was, in normal terms, it was redeclaration of the independence of 40 states, United States of Biafra. We did what is called redeclaration. That is what we did. Not necessarily declaration. Anybody calling it declaration, you are not far from, truth, but you are actually making a mistake. The word you are using is actually a mistake. Even there is written there. Even there, they still wrote redeclaration. Look at it down. Look at I don't know if you can see the mouse. After United States of Biafra, just there on your screen. Look at your screen. Let me remove this title. Let me remove the title and see. Yeah. Yes. Look at it. Follow the mouse. Let me show you properly. It's written there. Look at it. This is Breakfast Central, United States of Biafra. Redeclaration of Biafra. They call it a scam, say IPOB. Even the same IPOB also acknowledged that it is actually redeclaration. The same IPOB, of course, when they say IPOB, we know who they're talking about. They are actually talking about the criminals in the DOS. They still tell you, they still acknowledged that it is actually redeclaration of Biafra. You know, sometimes I wonder, have we become I don't know what we have become, because the way we use this English of a thing or English of a language is so alarming. It's so alarming. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. I can tell you the truth for free. I can tell you for free.
The group called for a United Nations supervised referendum for Biafrans to restore the sovereignty of the declared Biafran independence.
Another error. Another error. Which group? And who is calling for a United Nations supervised referendum? That was the word. That was our word. Listen, that was our word in the olden days. In the olden days, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, that used to be our word in the olden days. Did you hear me? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, it used to be our word in the olden days when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting. That's to show you how you may see it as yesterday, as the other day, but we see it as the olden day because we are doing new thing for the restoration of Biafra. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that we are going to be where we are today. That is why he told you this. There is something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said when he foresaw today in those years. Listen.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this.
Did you hear that? He is bringing a new dimension. He is bringing a new dimension. A new dimension. A new dimension. He did not say any other person is bringing a new dimension other than the Prime Minister. He is bringing a new dimension. For those idiotic Zoo media personnel, go and marry your dictionary. Go and marry your dictionary and ask your dictionary the true meaning of new dimension. You call them group.
In 1967, the group called for a United Nations supervised referendum for Biafrans to restore.
Who is asking for the United Nations supervised referendum anymore? We have our demands on top of Nigerian table. We have our demand, which the third one, which is one of the most important, is to accept the result of Biafra self-referendum. Do you think what we have been doing since February 2024 till December 2024 is a joke? How many months? Do you know how long it has taken us? Almost the whole year. Almost the whole year. It is only January that is excluded. Only January. So it has taken us almost the whole year to profiling and documenting Biafran citizens all over the world. Do you know what that means? We are in legion. It has taken us almost the entire year to documenting Biafrans all over the globe. And you still want us to come here and sit down like somebody like me or the Nwa Biafra Unite will come here and I'll continue to shout with the same level I in channel with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he told you to go and follow Simon Ekpa, he is bringing a new dimension. When he has already told you that, after all he has seen. He did not tell you to follow DOS. He did not tell you to follow Chike Dozieha. He did not tell you to follow China Sanworu, that they are bringing new dimension. He did not tell you to follow Abanye or Forma, that they are bringing new dimension. He did not tell you to follow any idiot ranting on social media in the name of DOS defender, structure defender, that they are bringing a new dimension. He specifically told you, go and follow Simon Ekpa, that he is bringing a new dimension to this thing that we are doing, to this awareness that we are making. Go and follow him and share his videos accordingly. After what he has seen, you think that somebody like me, with all the credibilities that we have built over the years, will come here and still be shouting and telling you, I'll be speaking, I am not in America and I'm not from America. I'll be telling you, no way. I'll be telling you, United Nations should come and organize, referendum. Tell me in any country or nation in the world that United Nations has ever come to, declare, to declare referendum without a fight. Tell me one nation. I just want one, only one. Tell me one country in the world. Once you mention that nation, I will resign. I will never, ever talk about Biafra again. Tell me one nation in the world that the United Nations has come and declare referendum for those that want to exit the mother nation without a fight. Tell me, as I'm speaking to you till today, Spain is a civilized country, a civilized nation, in a civilized continent, in a civilized world. Spain is among the first civilization in the world. May not be the number one, but is among the first civilization, among first people that left their outside or out that left the shores of their country to other planets, to other part of the world to colonize them. Spain. Go to all the countries in South America. I said all the countries in South America, apart from Brazil, all the countries, all of them are speaking Spanish, meaning that they were all colonized by Spain. Yes. Apart from Brazil, that was colonized by Portuguese, other countries in the entire South American continent are speaking Spanish. They were all colonized by Spain. Go there and check. Meaning that Spain were among the first people that left their nation to other part of the world to colonize them. So they are among the first civilization. Now, if this same nation, Spain, if United Nations is not capable of going to Spain and conduct referendum for Barcelona, tell me which other country that UN can come and conduct referendum when they are not capable of doing it in Spain, which is a developed country. Tell me which other nation. They conducted referendum in South Sudan. Do you know how many years they fought? Brutal war, asymmetric warfare, guerrilla warfare was going on in South Sudan for 30 years. Do you know how long it took them? And somebody will come and tell us about. Let's continue.
For the sovereignty of the declared Biafran independence. Joining us is legal practitioner and managing partner of Abdul Salam Abbas and Paul Farouk Abbas. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I think first of all, just get a broad picture of your thoughts when you see that the United States of Biafra has been declared. Is that the way it works? Can a nation just be declared like that, or is there other legal requirements for it to make some sense?
Thank you very much for your question. When I saw the news, it was a bit comical to me.
Did you hear him? I want you to follow everything that I'm going to do now, bit by bit. This idiot said, when I heard the news, it was a bit comical to me. Let's hear him again.
Thank you very much for your question. I mean, when I saw the news, it was a bit comical to me.
When I saw the news, it was a bit comical to me. It was like a comedy. He felt like a group of people have come to crack jokes for him. I want you to outline that word. When I saw the news, it was a bit comical to me. We became comedians to crack jokes for him. He was watching us, laughing at us. It was a bit comical to him. I want you to outline that word because we are going to revisit it. In this same video, we will come back to revisit his first statement. His first statement will be revisited moving forward. So I want you to hold that thought. Just hold it. Hold it there. Let's continue.
In point of fact, I didn't watch the video until whilst preparing for this interview. And it's, of course, that's not the way nations are being declared. You know, there are procedures to having a nation. And like...
What did he say? That is not how a nation is being declared. Let us hear that again.
Whilst preparing for this interview. And it's, of course, that's not the way nations are being declared. You know, there are procedures to having a nation. And like a nation like Nigeria, the foundation of our country is our constitution. Yeah. And for you to recognize the president or a leader of a country, it must be backed up by the law. The constitution of Nigeria establishes the office of the president. So the president...
I want you to pay attention. Let us hear him again.
Procedures to having a nation. And like a nation like Nigeria, the foundation. And it's, of course, that's not the way nations are being declared. You know,
he said that is not a way nations are being declared. Now pay attention to his second word.
You know, there are procedures to having a nation.
There are procedures of having a nation. Now these are two different things, right? These are completely two different things. He said that is not the procedure of declaring a nation. And then he came again in the second stanza and said, there are procedures. Nations are being what? Let's hear him again.
Nations are being declared.
Did you hear that? The first one, there are procedures of having nation.
It's a bit comical to me. In point of fact, I didn't watch the video until whilst preparing for this interview. And it's, of course, that's not the way nations are being declared. You know, there are procedures to having a nation.
There are procedures to having a nation, and that is not how a nation is being declared. So these are two different things. Declaration of an independent state and having a nation are two different things. One will bring the other. Declaring a nation will bring in or will usher in having a nation. This man is contradicting himself. Declaration of an independent state will usher you the way of having an independent state, a nation. But let's continue because I want you to be picking up these few points. This is not even the main thing here.
And like a nation like Nigeria, the foundation of our country is our constitution. Yeah. And for you to recognize the president or a leader of a country, it must be backed up by the law. The constitution of Nigeria establishes the office of the president. So the president traces his power to the constitution. The requirements for being a president is stated in the constitution. The geographical location constituting Nigeria is also stated. The procedures for adding states to the federation are stated there. The procedures for expanding the boundaries are stated there. Yeah. And the constitution also has a very fundamental provision in the sense that it states that power belongs to the people, sovereignty belongs to the people, and the government derives this sovereignty from the constitution. So,
I love that. I love that. He has made another great point. This point he's making now is very, very vital. You see, he said that the Constitution says that power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. I love the way he's the one stating it categorically clear. The only thing I want you to do for me, listening to me and watching right now, is to state them down, because we will revisit all these things he has been saying. Power belongs to the people, meaning power of having a nation belongs to the people. I am not making anything up. Let us listen to him again.
The Constitution also has a very fundamental provision in the sense that it states that power belongs to the people, sovereignty belongs to the people.
Power belongs to the people and sovereignty belongs to the people, of which the people of Biafra, which power belongs to, have chosen to vote for the exit of Biafra territory from the damnable Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Power belongs to the people. Let us continue. And the people have the authority, have the right to choose their sovereignty. This man, this idiot, is the one talking. Just pay attention, because he's just starting.
And the government derives this sovereignty from the Constitution. So before you can have a declaration of any nation, there must be sovereignty, there must be a group of people who have come together and who have all agreed that, okay, this is what we want to do, and it must be backed up by law. You can't...
Nah. You know, if you are listening to him now, you think that the man is making sense. You will not know that whatever he's saying here from the beginning is what he's going to use to nail himself. If he's in the, if he's in a law court, if this man is in a law court, if this man is in a law court, by now, the judge is writing his sentence. Pay attention, this is just the beginning. He will now start shooting him. By the time he begins to lie, right now he's saying the truth. If you haven't watched before, you are just watching for the first time, you say, Biafra Unite, why are you wasting your time? This man is stating the obvious. He's saying the truth here. Why are you analyzing? When he begins to lie to protect the criminal entity that has ushered him every opportunity to carry out criminal activities, which is known as the zoo, he will begin to shoot himself in the foot. He will begin to shoot himself in the foot. Pay attention. Remember the last thing, let me take it back again.
Who have come together and who have all agreed, and the derives this sovereignty from the Constitution. So before you can have a declaration of any nation, there must be sovereignty, there must be a group of people who have come together. And
before you declare a sovereign nation, there must be a group of people. Those that love freedom. Can you hear me? Is my voice coming out clear? Please let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me clear, let me know in the comment section, please, because I'm vibrating here. I don't know if my voice is coming out clear. This man said, I want you to remember this is, the beginning of his, analysis or topic. He's a one Nigerianist and he's a journalist. I don't know if he's a lawyer or a journalist, but he was introduced as a, a philanthropist, a lawyer, maybe statesman or whatever he may be. I don't care. He dressed like a lawyer. So let us continue. Remember what he said. Remember, I want you to pay attention.
Declaration of any nation is the sovereignty from the Constitution. So before you can have a declaration of any nation, there must be sovereignty, there must be a group of people who have come together and who have all agreed that, okay, this is what we want to do, and it must be backed up by law.
So the people that gathered in Finland today and have gathered since the beginning of this convention from the 29th of November till 2nd of December and have gathered to agree, apart from the self-referendum that had gathered almost 60 million votes, apart from this referendum, so the people who have gathered today to agree to declare Biafra are not really human beings. They are actually not humans. They don't exist. It was just a breeze, it was just a kind of breeze, moving about. And then there's somebody, maybe a DJ, just put off voice, recording, and this breeze that is just blowing everywhere was the one, talking now, then we are hearing it from the speaker. There was no human being. There was no people. There were no people. So I don't know. That's why I'm stammering. I'm trying to find a way in order to suit what he's saying. He said that people must gather. A group, even he used that word must. There must be a group of people that will gather to agree that this is what we want to do before the declaration of a sovereign state. This man said it. I want you to hold that again.
You can't just have, or maybe by war, maybe after you fought, when you have a civil war and we agree, or you negotiate,
Did you hear that? Oh, man. How could this man say all these things and again he shot himself in the foot? He said, or maybe by a war. After the war, then there will be a negotiation whereby everyone will agree to go their separate ways. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's continue. How I wish that his brain is not corrupt. How I wish that this man is a sincere human being. How I wish that he is not making his criminal money out of the criminal entity like the zoo that has offered and ushered him the opportunity, the enabling environment to carry out his criminal activities within the Zoological Republic. How I wish that he doesn't have this mentality, that he could have remained on the path of the truth. But unfortunate, the zoo will always happen to those who are committing crimes.
But for a group of people to just sit down in their bedroom anywhere, I mean, we can as well sit down here and
than for some group of people. So do you have a different kind of group of people that are supposed to gather and agree that yes, we want a separate country? Do you have a different group of people, or the same group of people from that same land have the right to gather to declare their sovereign nation? Do you have any other different kind of people? I don't understand. Can somebody help me in the comment section, please?
And declare a Republic of Farouk Abbas, So it's not, it's a circus. That's not the procedure to go about it. But I mean, it's not unusual for people to have this sort of agitations, because for every action, there must be a reason. I like to look at the psychology of action. I don't just like to criticize people for saying.
I have seen a comment. Like as I told you, you must always keep on commenting. Once your comment draws my attention, I will talk about it, whether for good or for bad. Now, somebody said a gala said they are not part of Biafra. Ladogan company, you are on the spotlight. You said a gala said